Okay, this is the next take on recording ardour, creating a few drum tracks, how to work with it. The most basic setup, nothing fancy, just to get you going. So here, first thing first, here we got a worst case scenario. If you installed ardour, it might look like this. You got no mixer strip, no editor list. You got no grip, no snap. So let me quickly show you how to do that. To enable the mixer strip, you go to the menu, you then here go to view, and in view you scroll down to show editor mixer list. Here's the shortcut Shift and E, and there it is. Advantage being you might quickly switch between later created tracks and then here use this fader or this fader, and here you can enter plugins and some other things you might do. I consider it useful. The same thing goes for the what you call it, editor list. So let me show you that. Here again you go to view, you go again, you scroll down, show editor list. There it is. I resized it earlier, so it might look like this. If you got the, and here is the ardour bundled content. There's not a lot to be found because this is a Debian repository version. I just started for this video, not the official, which has the ardour bundled content. So here I got a few, first things first. Here you gotta go to clips. Here you got tracks, sources, whatnot. You want to go to to clips. So here, go to clips. Then I created a very small clip library, and here I got an ardour, which is my nickname. A few bass lines, a bit of drum stuff, and other stuff. So, okay, for now we won't need the editor list. We might, with view editor list, unview it, or if I don't use it, I tend to have it resized. So, that was that. Next thing is what can happen if you just installed ardour and haven't configured it. Here I call all of this is the menu, below I call it toolbar, it's a wrong term anyway. In the middle of it, here we got snap. Snap means quantization, that regions and nodes you enter, they snap to grips, they are they are getting quantized. So let's quickly activate that by simply clicking on it. You only have to check if that is activated. Perhaps you don't even want it. Then unactivate it, obviously. So right to the little button for a snap, we have grid. Let me also mark that with a fancy red color. Here, grid. And what you're gonna do is here click, and then you can set it a grid you want. I typically go for a 16 nodes. You might not like that. You can pick 8 nodes, smaller than 16, which are 32, and so forth, triplets, whatnot. I typically use 16th node and later resize them, if that is what I want. Okay, another one's in the toolbar anyway. We got zoom in and zoom out. I'm gonna show you that. It's here the toolbar, pretty much to the right side. Here the minus sign zooms out, the plus sign zooms in, nothing fancy here, it's very typical. You may just as well resize the view. Oh boy. Here, I don't know how that is called, this little friend here, and the rectangle, and then you can zoom in and out by that. Also, if you want to scroll through the timeline, you might move it around with the mouse. Okay, let's zoom in again a little bit. If your version of Ardour is a little bit too small, the fonts and the symbols and whatnot, you have preferences, which is at first time it's hard to find. Here you got window in the menu, right? You click on it and let me do that. Here, preferences. You show them, and here you can make all kind of settings, plugins, and appearance, editor, whatnot. Plugins you might need later. A scan for plugins if you added plugins. And so forth, but my point was, if the size for you is too small, you click on appearance, size and scale, and here you can resize it to your needs. Okay, let's close that. I think the initial setup is pretty clear. You use the menu bar view to activate editor list. If that you like, you activate mixer, editor list, editor mixer, right? You make sure snap quantization is set to what you like. I preferred it to snap usually. And you make sure right to snap you have not no grid, but you have a grid. Look again here, there's no grid, so you pretty lost usually. Perhaps some folks like it. I can't work like that. Okay, I think that's it about the initial setup. Let's create a track. Like all the things in Ardour, you have several options to create a track. You can here's the master bus below the space, this gray area here. This one, or this one, you right click and it will automatically open a pop-up window to add audio tracks, MIDI tracks, and other things, buses and whatnot. We wanna add a MIDI track. So we pick that, then you have to pick the instrument. Here, let me give it color, instruments, and you click on it, you can choose. You can see here I have a heck lot of instruments added, which you probably don't have. A Blonde Bob drum kit I downloaded. I highly recommend it. It's good. Black Pearl drum kit is good. And for drums, we're talking drums right now. And here's a Red Zeppelin drum kit, which is also good. But as you may not have got it right now, let's go a different path. We use the built-in at the very top. Let me show it's at the very top here, the ace-fluid-synth, which is Ardour's version of fluid synth. So the rest we don't have to worry about right now. Okay, we add and close, and there's the track. So here, let me show you. Here's a piano roll, where usually if you have a plugin, it will play whatever that plugin sound gives. Let me first of all stop mock, because well, no, not now, a bit later. So here, and we see it gets MIDI input, but no sound. How come that? Well, that's easy. ace-fluid-synth plays sound fonts, and we first of all have to select the sound font. So in the mixer script, I right now marked the plugin ace-fluid-synth, and on that one we have to click. So below is the fader, which is just volume for easy people like me, and here you have the plugins, and I click on it, so double click like usual. So here we have got on the left side at the bottom SF2 file where we can select it, or we click on it, and I know for sure if you have Fluid-synth installed, which you should do for sure, it's useful. It comes with a sound font, at least on Debian. So we go file system. I will type the path, which is USR share sounds SF2. There it is, and we're gonna pick Fluid R3 GM SF2. Okay, we open it. Now you can see here on the on the right side MIDI programs. We got this little guy. We got the channels, C1 channel 1 to channel 16, and it has got different instruments which come with a sound font. So we got two options to get a drum sound with ace-fluid-synth and the sound font from Fluid-synth 2. One is we change the instrument for channel 1. The other is we change the track. Here, let me mark it. Here we got channel. We change that to channel 10. Both will work. I usually do it like this. If I know it's drums, I click and I go all the way down through all the instruments. All the way down, and standard. They call drums, at least in the Fluid-synth sound font, standard. So we click on it and we close it. So now let me now stop Mock-P as a background music. Because now we get sound from ardour itself. So here we resize the track a little bit, make it a bit bigger, and now if I click on the piano roll, you hear the typical drum sounds. One thing to remember is C2, the C2 note there is always the bass drum. As far I know, on each and every drum kit, C2, and then if you go higher, I don't know them from top of my head. I click on them to figure out. So this one is claps. This is a snare. This is a snare. Here's hi-hat. It's a tom, and so forth. Here's an open hi-hat, perhaps a crash, I can't distinguish such. So that again, to add, so we created a track, we've chosen ace-fluid-synth as a plugin. In the mixer here on the left side, we clicked on the plugin and added here the sound font. We've then chosen for channel 1 a standard instrument, and standard means drums. I got no idea why they don't call it drums. Okay, let me close that again, and here now we hear the sounds. Okay, that was that. Now, how do we create a region? we need a reason here in the grid. We want to insert MIDI notes with the mouse. How do we do that? So first things first, here you got several modes for the editor window. Here and for right now we will need this for today. We will need here grab mode, the most left, and we will need draw mode, which is activated right now, this one with a pen. Okay, so this two here we need. This one is for inserting MIDI notes. The grab mode is to work with regions, duplicate them, move them around, delete them, resize them, all that kind of stuff. Now, to create a region, we pick draw mode, the pen, and we go to a place where we want to start, and then we just hover and up to the beginning, and it is there. We cannot, it's slight gray highlighted, it's hard to see, but we now activate grab mode, we click on it, and we see the region. Now, let's assume you screwed it up, and here the size is wrong, as you've seen right now. You go in draw mode, not in, in grab mode. Not in draw mode. In grab, you click on grab mode, yeah, then you go here and can resize it. You're probably used to movements like that. Okay, let's zoom in a bit. As said before, at the top right here in the what I call toolbar, wrongly, we zoom in a little bit. Well, that's too much, so let's make it here a little bit bigger, and that should do for this tutorial. Okay, here is range markers, start to end obviously is one range which goes from start to end. So now to insert notes, we go back to draw node. We want the bass drum, there it is, and then just left click, put them here. Most easy, that was clear, right? So, now let's add a snare. So, 1, 2, and let's add a hi-hat. I do that manually right now. So, okay, now it's the most basic drum pattern. I can't think of any more easy. You could only play quarter notes for hi-hat, but it's really very basic. So to play all that, if we play here, you hear. It will keep playing, you hear nothing. So what you can do is here you got a range, and you right click, and either you play the range once or you loop. Let's loop over it. You listen to it and you think, okay, that works well, and you're gonna pick it. Okay, let's stop playing. Let me activate my cigarette in the meantime. Okay, now let's zoom out again here, top right side. You zoom out a little bit, because to move around regions, that's better. So as said before, if you work with regions, you pick the grab mode. Here I activate it, I click on it. Now if I want to duplicate, most easy case is duplicate it. I got several options. One is I click on it and I keep the control key on the keyboard hold, and that did not work. There, that worked. No clue why it didn't. You see how that worked? Let me undo it. You go edit, undo, it is gone. So activate it by clicking on it, hold the control key on the keyboard, and there, boom. Let's assume I wanna That's one way to duplicate. Another way to duplicate, I do that often, is you mark the regions by hovering over them. You right click and in the menu you go selected regions, duplicate. Here you can either duplicate once or multi-duplicate. Let me quickly show you multi-duplicate. So here in this window you choose how often. Let's say I want to do it 3 times, multi-duplicate there. Okay, zoom out so we can see it. So just as well, you might hover over a few, as said, hold the control key and then move them around. Let's delete them. Remove, and 8 was a bit much. Let's say let's get those out of the way. I only wanted to show how to duplicate regions. Yeah? So you do, right click and I remove them. I might just as well use key on the keyboard. Okay, and let's make a little. Let's change the. Here we got the loop range. Always have to move that around a little bit. So let's create a new region. So again, we use draw mode here. Let's say we do it like this. I did it wrongly, so back to grab mode, resize it. So and as snap is activated, it will snap right to grip. Now if I zoom in, this here is the playhead. If I zoom in, it will zoom into the playhead. So the region I wanted to see, this one, so didn't get zoomed in. So I move the playhead to wherever I wanna zoom in. Let's zoom in, and there we go. Resize it here too. There's more fancy ways to do that. Let's make a different pattern here. Back to draw mode, and let's say something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's look at what we have got by zooming out again. So you see those are different patterns, right? Sorry. Okay, let's resize this again. Let's move the loop so I can listen to all of them and loop over it. Zoom out a little bit. That's pretty much that. Now, I think the main concept is clear. Now, how you later in the timeline, how you change the drum pattern, that's up to you. Yeah. You might now say, you say you want to go for that for 2 times. Let me stop that first of all. Stop that. So we go back to here grab mode. Let me duplicate that by again right click, duplicate. It doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. Duplicate there. We adapt the loop. It's the very same, so not much sense in looping it right now. Here at the bottom, I move to here where I want to add a different region. I make sure the playhead is in position, so zooming works well. I will create another drum pattern here. So let me quickly do that. Zoom in, boom, 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 boom. There it is. A bit confused right now. 9, 10, yeah, okay. Back up drum. Let me first look if the region has a good size. So back to draw mode. Here's drums. So Let's pick the clap right here. Oh, there's something wrong here. Sorry. So different. Let's pick the clap this time. And 1, 2, 3, and somewhere across. There it is. That's better. Okay, zoom out a little bit. Let's make that. Let's duplicate that in grab mode. Now I use the keyboard, so zoom out a little bit. Move the loop marker, zoom out again. So now I have the whole track, okay? So let's listen to that, loop over it, make the drum a little bit louder. I haven't figured that out in OBS yet. Okay, so far so good. I hope that was clear. Now let's add another track. First of all, rename this to drums. I mean, usually you would use one track for the bass drum, one for the hi-hat, or one for the snare, right? In this case, I put it all in one track to make it more easy to understand. Here you resize the track like you want. Okay, let's add a bass. Stop that as said. To add a track here in the empty region below the tracks, the gray region, you click and the window will pop up, MIDI tracks. I will again go for ace-fluid-synth. I will pick, I said that, or I will name it right away bass guitar, so I don't have to rename later. And add and close again. Here, bass guitar. So here you double click on it to rename it. This time I gave it the right name right away. So again, here in the mixer strip here, you double click on the plugin ace-fluid-synth, and sorry, double click on it, and you got here in the pop-up window here to the left side at the bottom you got SF2 file. Let me mark it again for heck's sake here, and there you go. You move in the file. So you click on it, you move in the file system. Here you got what you used recently. I thought I could just choose here in the list Fluid R3 GMSF2. Choose that, but I will show again the file system, and the location of that sound font is USR, share, sounds. What we have, what did I say, SF2. Open that, here it is, Fluid R3G MSF2, choose that, open. So this time for channel 1, here are the channels, the picked instruments. This time I'm going to choose a bass guitar. Where is it? Blah blah, picked bass, fingered bass. Let's go for acoustic bass, for the fun of it. Okay, that's chosen for channel 1, acoustic bass, okay, and let's resize everything a little bit, and you hear there's a bass, okay? Okay, let's create first of all, zoom in again. Go back with here the playhead. So that's where I am. Zoom in again. Here's one bar. So draw mode. Is it draw mode, right? I'm not that familiar with the terms. That's a bit high for a bass. Okay, and so it has a bit more meat. Let's make it an eighth note, and here edit. Zoom out a little bit. So we copy that region like I explained before there, and I can transpose those notes in that region. So I right click bass guitar, MIDI, here's transpose. So I go up 5 half steps, so to a G. So from D to G, and you might have expected next thing will be a C. So again, I'm gonna duplicate the region. I'm gonna right click, bass guitar, MIDI, transpose, now 7 semitones, and that will be a C, okay? So let me duplicate that. So now we got 4 bars of bass. So now let's duplicate both of them. And all that, I remember, this is the very same drum pattern. Here the drum pattern changes, so I'm gonna change the bass drum pattern too. Let's first of all switch to draw mode. Let's create a region. There it is. Let's put the playhead there, let's zoom in, make sure I know where I am here, that's more like it. So back to raw mode, and here we got now G, I think that's the pattern, yeah. Again, grab on it, right click to transpose, 5 semitones, transpose. So again, we duplicate the region, we move here at the bottom, let me show you that here, that thing. We move to the newly created region, we right click and we transpose MIDI here, transpose 7 semitones down. Duplicate that region, and for now I'd say that was that. Okay, here the marker, you set the loop, you can create new regions here, add range. I always say regions, it's a range, sorry. So, but this will do for now, this range marker, the loop marker. Let's zoom out, that is all we created until now. Now again, here the loop, we might also use the start end region, the main region, yeah? So it doesn't matter. Whatever range marker you have here, you can move it around and then say either play it once or loop over it. Here, play the range. Now obviously the bass drum, the bass guitar is a bit loud. Here that's so that's then a bit loud. Okay, let's loop over that while I show something different here in the let me mark that here in the mixer strip. Here it's a bit fucked up, the scaling right now. You right click, new plug in, either favorites. Obviously when you start you don't have favorites. Plug in selector, and let's say I want a little bit of reverb. So here go for search for reverb. ACE reverb sounds good enough for me. They're usually very decent. So here down below we edit. Edit, and when then we insert it. So here it shows up. Let's change it a bit. Close that plugin. That's too much reverb. I only wanted to show how this works. It's not about creating a cool sound, right? So again, here in the to the left side in the mixer strip, you right click in this region where the plugins are hosted, and where is it? New plugin selector. Might as well use favorites. What I got here. Auto tune of no use. Let's say an equalizer. Well, let's say yes. Equalizer. It auto opens. Let's add more meat to it. I'm not good with effects. I got no clue about them. So I just wanted to show how to add them, right? Okay, let's assume another case. So that should be clear, everything. We created tracks, we inverted, we created then regions inside a track. We could duplicate them, we could resize them, we could move them around. I didn't do that, but you've seen it. And another track for bass guitar, and that's clear. Now, let's say I want to duplicate the bass guitar. Let's say I will do it like this. Again, right click, add a track. I choose a fancy synthesizer, which is Vitalium. F2 there, I call it Vitalium bass guitar, if you want, doesn't matter. Well, sounds shitty. Let's open Vitalium again. In the mixer strip, you double click, it opens. I use bass here. Just the rest. Okay, close the plugin window, and now let's stop this, to copy all those regions over here like usual. Like inside a track, you just drag them while holding the control key on the keyboard pressed. So there. Now let's listen again. That was duplicating the bass guitar but adding a different sound underneath. Let's play here. Loop, right click, loop rate. So now Vitalium is a bit too loud. Okay, and for this special sound, let's here we mark all the regions, right click, MIDI, transpose, we go one octave up, all of them go one octave up. So let's listen again. It's still not much better, but you got the general idea. Drums is pretty loud, yeah, okay. Let's try a different sound from Vitalium. Where here we click on the track. That's here in all the tracks. I click on drums, and in the mixer strip we now here have the drum. We click on bass guitar. This, as you see here, is bass. We click on the track, Vitalium bass guitar. Now here's Vitalium. We double click on it. Vitalium opens. Vitalium is a beast on its own. Anyway, here's presets. Let's pick a different bass sound. Let's say FM. Not much better. Also not much better. Let's close it. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, here you solo a track. So let me show you here in this region. S is for solo, M is for mute. So I might just as well undo that and mute those two. So I only hear Vitalium. Yeah. So deactivate mute. Okay, now let's say to be done with this finally, let's say, okay, all of that is cool, but I want to change the tempo, so stop it. Let me mark it. Top off snap, we got the tempo here, and you can choose it there. You click on it, and beats per minute. Let's say I want the very same 180 beats per minute instead of 120. Apply it. Then of course I gotta adjust the loop, the range markers again. Something there, and let's listen how it sounds if it's more fast. Well, that's better. Bass is a little bit too loud. So now typically if I weren't tired now, you would now add a guitar. Vitalium from I got shitty system is always a little bit buggy. For me, I got a really bad hardware. Okay, and just to show that to the Win-App Sub FX now has a new interface, but there's a fork called You See Me. I think so. Just to show you that You See Me, it is right below Vitalium for me. Okay, let's add it. And as said here in the mixer strip, you double click. It looks really shitty, but if you click here, instruments, show the stored, it had a whole fucking lot of presets, and most of them are really cool. Arpeggios, bass, here you got drums, you got all kinds of, you got pads, you got brass, Oliver's other. So to listen, you can start You See Me on its own. Here's a virtual keyboard. How does that sound? Okay, you don't like it, so stored. Arpeggios are pretty impressive sound if you go for that. Oh, fuck. So also I think what was it? Commie noise probably here. Oh, that's very silent. Okay, mysterious bank, string pads, pulse organ. You got the point is you got here in your See Me here instrument show stores. You got plenty to pick from, and there are a few good. Here's a good bass and all, so that's worth a try. And as said, it even has a drum kit, so you might just as well use that. I don't particularly like it, but you might use it. Where is it here? Drums, drum kits, close that, virtual keyboard. Doesn't sound like a real drum kit. You might like it. It's up to you. Just wanted to say that you see me. It's easy to use a preset here because there are so many. It's hundreds, if not thousands. It's amazing. You have to do nothing with the synth. You just use a preset, and it's pretty cool. Here, okay. Let's close. You see me. Let's remove that track. To remove a track, you click on it, then you right click and remove. You will be asked, you confirm, remove it. Okay, that was that. I hope it helps. Bye.